All praises to the Most High. I want to show you a video of Dr. Joy DeGroot. She's explaining why our men are afraid to gather up and address this issue with the colonizers. Um, the issue is that we don't want to be a part of their system anymore. But our men, our leaders, and I call our leaders the Israelite camps. The leaders of the camps are afraid to gather up because the fear of death is the reason why they are afraid. And she's going to explain the the psychology behind that. But first, I want to read a couple of scriptures here. Let's see. Let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew, the 6th chapter, and 24th verse. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. See, and that's part of the problem now with our camps, with our Israelite camps. They're straddle the fence because they are enjoying being the heads of this of their people, right? They're enjoying being the leaders of their people because of low self-esteem. They have never had high self-esteem because we have been slaves. They are enjoying the benefits that they are receiving from being Israelites. And we saw Gorilla stand up and he gave us a financial report on what kind of money he was getting the last 2 or 3 years, and to be and that's that was a gift. And we know he taught a lot of false teachings. The virgin birth, they teach that. They all teach that. He taught that the northern kingdom had all turned white. When we look, and people was going down on the islands and doing videos and showing that there's a whole black population down there who look just like what they're supposed to look like. They look just like Negroes. They look just like Northern Kingdom Israelites, right? And we know that that's them because they're on the island saying they are part of the transatlantic slave ship. They was transferred over here from Africa. That's what their ancestors told them, right? We know that was the northern kingdom that they moved from this land down to build their empires with the sugar cane, tobacco, and sassafras tea, and to steal the diamonds and the gold off of the islands. And not only that, they left their bastard children down there with the slaves, right? That's why Israelites can't figure out how did these white people get into slavery with us? How did they go through the curses with us? They must be our people. No, those are Esau's children. Those are Esau's children because it was illegal for a black man to have a baby by the white woman. They would have killed all of those babies, right? So those are white men having babies by black women, which make them Edomites. And they set them up to be governors over the plantation down there, over the empire. They would never make a slave a governor over the empire. You see, they won't even give us reparations up here, right? They're not going to empower the slaves, They're not going to empower the slaves. So we know on all those islands, there's a black and brown community down there. Just like in Mexico, there's a black and brown community in Mexico who look like the real Issachar. They are still here. I am Issachar. My family in Louisiana, they were Issachar. They are Issachar. right? So, they tell the story how all their relatives were short people. They were short, like the Taino people. So you can't tell me that all the unmelanated Northern Kingdom lived and all the dark-skinned melanated Northern Kingdom were killed. Gorilla, you can't tell me that. None of you camp leaders can't tell me that. We're not going to believe it. Because we know most of the light-skinned people that was enslaved, that was in the land with us, going through the curses, are Esau's bastard children. The Tare, Tare. So I'm just trying to give you a little history before we listen to her video here. Some of you probably have heard it, but I'm going to show you that she has figured out uh, why our black men are so fearful, right? She's figured it out. And and I'm showing you here is because they have two masters: money, pleasure of this world. The leaders, the leaders are selling the same thing that the damn Christian pastors sold. Israelite leaders are selling the same thing that these Christian pastors sold. We gotta wait till Jesus come back before we can start living in our heaven. That's not what the Bible said. We're going to stay under the curses and under the white man's thumb until Jacob's trouble hit, and then they come and get us all, you know. And we ain't got no say-so in it. We can't fight. We can't do nothing. Nothing we can do to deter this man from approaching us and assaulting us. Nothing we can do. He's just such a bad man. He's so brave and he's so tough and he got so many guns, and we don't have no kind of power fighting with us. This is what the camps try to sell you, right? This is what they sell our young men instead of making soldiers out of them in their mental and letting them know uh, that we got a God that's going to give us the word anytime. He's going to shoot that northern kingdom out. And the cup is going to be reversed. Okay, so I'm gonna keep reading this. It said, the 21st verse, Matthew 6 chapter says, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thoughts for your life." Stop thinking about, oh, they gonna kill me. They gonna kill you anyway. Why wait till they come to torture you to death? They gonna kill you anyway. It's being proven right now. Trump is proving it. They are going to kill you. If you stand and let them approach you, assault you, and get too close to you, they're going to start with your little babies, your wives, your grandmas, your mamas. They're going to catch them and kill them first, to where you will be too distressed to fight them back. You're going to lay your guns down with your scary butts and say, I have nothing to fight for anymore. Just go ahead and hang me, torture me. I'm miserable. I'm horrible. I let my family get killed. That's what they're going to do first. They killed the buffalo. They drew you out of camp, and then they had another group of people to come and collect your women and kids and take them and tell you to lay your guns down. We got hostages here. We're going to kill all the hostages if you don't lay your guns down and do what we tell you to do and get on those goddamn reservations and plantations and let us come and torture you and make you our slaves again. You better do everything we tell you to do. We're going to kill your women and kids. Now they got your guns. You can't fight you back in slavery again. Is that what you want? Or do you want to do what Hosea saw us do, is gather together? They already saying we are the Israelites. Even Netanyahu, he said it. He said we can't reason with them. There's no way we can convince them that we are the Israelites. The gig is up. The hoax has been discovered. The curtain is pulled back. Everybody know we ain't the Israelites. We are the synagogue of Satan. And they know who our color Jesus is now. We already been indicted. They indicted us for the crime, for the crimes that we did to them. And we ain't nothing we can say because we cannot get in the Bible and prove our identity. But they can. They've already done it. There's nothing we can say, so we need to just go ahead and delete these people. But we know that's not going to happen. Everybody can see themselves in the Bible but us. Even Putin know who he is. He know that he's going to be the last European faction standing. He's going to be the last one, and he's already to start building his reputation on the Lord's side by uncovering us on a political level. And he's fighting against the United States right now. He's going to release those nukes. He's already started bringing their system down. So he got some brownie points with the Lord. He got more brownie points with the Lord than we do almost. So he saw himself in the Bible. He know who he is. He know God is going to keep he believe in the prophecy. He know God is going to keep the prophecy. We can't see ourselves in the Bible. We right there in the Bible. The Most High said we're going to gather together. So that must mean that they are not going to attack us when we're gathering together. Y'all can't see that, can you? Y'all listen to them damn politicians, them preachers, and them camp leaders. Why the camp leaders are just like the politicians, the preachers. They are just like them when it comes to when it comes to loving the world. And it even says that if it even says, for either you will hate one and you will hate the one and love the other. You can't serve two masters. Now, when you don't gather together, when you don't do what the Most High say do, because even in 1 Kings, the 8th chapter, he tells Solomon prayed that when we wake up and start keeping the commandment and pray and admit to our heathenness and pray toward the land and ask God to provide for us, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. That's the only way we're going to gather up. We got to stop eating from the master's table. That's YouTube. That's everything. That's everything. Everything they say we can't have, God is going to curse it. They can't have it either. We walk away from it and say, turn to shit. We can prophesy that everything they touch and try to hold us from having is going to turn to shit, to dung. We can pray that the angels do that. We have the power of the angels. We have this, whatever we speak, we can speak it into existence. You see they're out there marching now, trying to change, pretending to want to change this and give us and stop Donald Trump because they know that the Most High, they believe these are Christians out there. They know this Bible is right. And they feel the fear. The terror is on them. They are terrified what God is going to do to them. And so they're out there marching right now, the Democrats. Democrats and, hoping that Trump and the rich people will say, you know what, we do need for these black people to come back and join the system again and start voting and put their hope in us again, because right now they don't hope in us. They not hoping that we help them. They don't know we not helping them because we proving it to them. We taking everything they got. Just vicious, that hatred, that perpetual hatred. And they said, well, they saying they are doing the same thing the mob would do. Any mob, the same thing they've done with any other country is start terrorizing them, putting tariffs on them, and taking stuff from them and forcing them, like Trump is forcing the world. He's pretending to force the world to bow down to him. And so he's doing that. Trump is doing that to get to all the poor people, to delete, to break us, distress us, because we are the poorest people. Who is it going to hurt first? High prices and high costs on everything to hurt us. But what the devil meant for evil, God meant it for good, because a lot of y'all are not going to turn back to God until you starving, dehydrated, and homeless, standing out in the streets. Because y'all ain't going to fight back unless in God distress you out first. He let this man distress you out. And at the same time this man is distressing you out, God is going to give you strength. Give you strength and terrorize Edomites. He's going to terrorize them. I'm going to read one more scripture to you. Let's go to Job 18. Let me see. I got it right here. Job 18 and 11. This is what's going to happen to Esau as he continues to do what he's doing. Terror shall make him afraid. Terror. Terror is going to make him afraid. He's about to experience some terror. He's already experiencing it from us because we woke up. And when we say as a group, as a big group, there's probably 100 million of us over here now. When we say, hey, we are not in your system no more. We're not having it. You're taking everything away from us. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to stand together and we're not going to let you terrorize us anymore. That's all we're going to say. We're standing together. We're a nation. We're going to establish God's laws and we're going to keep them, and God is going to bless us and he's going to destroy you if you come anywhere near us. He's going to destroy you and take the fear off of us and give us the strength to fight you back. When you attack us, we're going to fight you in self-defense. We ain't scared of you. We know we can beat you physically. All we need him to do is just disarm you from them supernatural weapons you got. Because we know we're going to turn into a supernatural weapon when Christ come back. But before then, we'll have to gather up. But we're going to gather up so we can start keeping God's laws. And so we can be separate and come out from among you and be ye separate. We got to stop eating from your table, Esau, because everything you've given us and taken from us is ours already. So whatever the reapers are going to catch up with the planters. You are planting wickedness, and before you can get through sowing your seed, God is going to have those reapers, the grim reaper, come and give you your harvest. Your harvest. You planting wicked, hatred, torture, murder, rape, robbery, and murder, rape, robbery. And so what you're going to get, he's going to give you what you planted back. And it ain't going to be it's immediately. You know, it take a crop, 2-3 weeks just to grow a seedling, and then you got to wait till probably 2 or 3 months for the crop to grow. You got to go through its full season. No, it's immediately. As soon as you put the seed in the ground, you're going to get your harvest. Okay? The reapers is catching up with the planters. Okay? You got that? So, Job 18 and 11, terror shall make him afraid, talking about the planter of the wickedness. On every side, he ain't going to be able to turn and run and get away from it. I don't know how that's going to be and what it's going to look like, but it ain't us attacking you. So it's going to be somebody else attacking you when you come toward us. And it might be the angels, it might be the hurricanes, tornadoes, fires. You ain't going to have time to attack us because you're going to be terrified. Okay? Every side. And shall drive him to his feet. And shall drive him to his feet. He's going to make you run, right? You got to get up and run. You got to get up and run. You're going to be terrified, Esau, and the rest of you nations over here that's his bastard children. His strength shall be bitten. Hunger bitten. Your strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Destruction gonna be at your side, man. This is what's going to happen to y'all. So y'all doing right for going out there protesting, but y'all got to do more than that. Y'all got to come up with a plan. Y'all just as scared of goddamn it Trump. Either y'all scared, I mean, y'all the same people that attacked the Pentagon. Y'all the same people. What the hell you talking about you gonna protest for? That's a bunch of crap, man. Y'all need to go in and there. Y'all government is finished. Y'all not bull crapping us no more. We ain't falling for it. We ain't coming back. Either y'all bull crapping, or y'all need to go in there and remove Trump from office, man. Because it will be no more us voting for you. It's not enough Roland Martin and all of these black bootlicks and biscuit hunting fools, politicians and coons. It's not enough of them. They're not doing any good. They are ineffective. So it's not enough of them to help you, put your system back together. And really, it don't even work. You don't need it. Y'all got all the land, all the food. What do y'all need a government for? To rule over you. Because only thing y'all need is that army to be on your side to stop the rest of y'all ain't gonna be able to stop them from coming over here. They sending nukes. They not coming over here to fight because we here. They not coming over here to put boots on the ground to fight because we are here. No nation, any nation would be crazy to put their boots on the ground, and they not even wanting to do that. They are cleaving to us. Your allies are cleaving to us, trying to save their lives from the destruction that's gonna come when Christ comes back. When they're gonna set them nukes off, and they're gonna blow everything that has anything to do with the land of the north, with Lucifer ruling on this side over here. They're gonna blow all of this up. All your Christian, evangelical, political, religious leaders, they all gonna catch hell, man. They not getting raptured up. Are you crazy? They're not getting raptured up. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what happened to our black leaders. Well, I showed you first, and then we showed you what's gonna happen to Esau. The black leaders, they're straddling the fence now. All of them, the preachers, the politics, the Israelite camp leaders, they will not gather up the people. They're not gathering up the people. They're pretending to. The only way the people are going to follow these Israelite camps is you say, let's gather up and do what this woman is about to tell you we need to do. The only thing is going to make them respect us is what she's about to tell you what we need to do. Okay? So yeah, I've been saying it. This psychology, world-renowned doctor, she's saying it now. Let me see if I got another scripture here. James, yeah. Now this is what you got to do, but she's gonna show you from the not medical but psyche, what happened to your psyche, the reason why you can't gather up. But this is what you got to do. Submit yourself, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. This is what James said. Submit yourself to God. Resist the devil, and he'll flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands. Stop sinning, ye sinners. Stop sinning. And we done stop sinning. Y'all say y'all done stop sinning. I know y'all having black parties and y'all doing all kind of abominations at some of these Passovers, man. And your groups getting caught doing all kind of abominations to each other. Men wanting to be girls and all kind of stuff is going on, man. So y'all got to cleanse your hands. But see, let me tell you something. We can't depend on the unclean hands. We can't wait till the people with unclean lives. We need the people right now with clean lives. God's going to use the people with clean lives and the dirty lives. Right? We need everybody to fight now. We need everybody to stand and gather. He going to weed out the sheep from the goat. He going to weed y'all out. And he might even do that to some of our leaders before we gather all the way up. He might come and get y'all and gather because, y'all got to go to trial. A lot of our men got to go to trial because y'all been saying that y'all trust in God and y'all with God, he's your master, but y'all been serving Satan, right? Y'all been serving Satan, man. Y'all know who y'all are. I ain't talking about people who slip up and they getting their life together, the newcomers in. We talking about y'all that say y'all been in there for years and years and years. You know y'all heart ain't right. You know your treasure is here on earth. When you shouldn't be taking thought of your life and trying to save your life. You should be just like Nat Turner, man. And all the rest of them, you should be martyrs. The Bible says you got to be a martyr. And ain't none of y'all a martyr, especially you purple people. Not all of us. We get scared and run. Peter got scared and ran. You got to stop being in the wrong place, man. Because your selfishness will cause you to miss God. Your pride and your selfishness will cause you to get in trouble with God. Pride comes before a great fall, right? But y'all got to be tried, man. Some of us got to be tried, in these last days. You got to be tried. So he said the devil shall lock some of you up so you can be tried. Because God knows what you made of. You got to know. Peter had to find out what he was made of. The Lord told him, Jesus told him, Yahweh told Peter, it would be somebody here going to deny me 3 times. Peter said, I know it ain't me. And took off running. God bless you, Peter. Took off running, man, when they got at him, when them Edomites got at him, man. When they got Jesus, he took off running. But he stood as long as Jesus was with him. He stood with his knife and was ready to fight the soldiers. Because he knew Jesus had power. But when Jesus gave his life, that was the most power right there. That was the most power right there when he laid his life down. That's when he was most powerful, right? Y'all can't see that, right? When you lay that wicked life down that you got playing, them black parties and go-go clubs and sneaking around and doing whatever you're doing and got money and you're looking at clothes, you got a clothing line, you got these garments. Yeah, look how nice I look in these garments. Bible said take no thought for that. I know y'all took a lot of thought to plan some of them garments, man. Just put some fringes on some t-shirts and get you some cargo pants and some boots and get ready to go out here and do this thing. You got to get ready like you going in the wilderness, man. Some of you military people, then y'all know how y'all went to the field. You got to put your field clothes on. Not them beautiful garments. It ain't time for that. God gonna clothe you, okay? The Most High is going to clothe you, okay? So, draw nigh to God and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners. Purify your heart. We're supposed to be purifying ourselves right now, man. Doing good deeds. Reading, praying. Purify your hearts, you double-minded. You see what he called y'all leaders? You double-minded. Y'all know who y'all are. You know who I'm speaking to right now. It ain't me, because I want him to come back right now. It ain't me. And most people my age that's reading this Bible and then came back to God, it ain't nothing for us to live for. We don't have nothing to live for here, right? We ain't got nothing we want to live for. So you can't say, nah, it's you old niggas. No, it ain't us old niggas. You young niggas that ain't never had nothing. I done had enough of this world. You niggas is still trying to buy houses. You want 4 and 5 wives. You silly niggas, man. And can't take care of one wife. You still want to enjoy the fruits of your labor here. Yeah. Okay. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. He said, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Y'all want to laugh all the time. I see y'all up there laughing and telling jokes on everything, your news stories. You silly little men. You silly-minded little childish men. I see y'all up there laughing and everything. Y'all enjoying this world because, you don't have no self-esteem. Your self-esteem, now you you're highly esteemed more than you ever been in your life. You know, you're highly esteemed. Now you don't want to, it's hard to give it up. Y'all should have left them gifts alone, man. Now it's hard to come back. God gonna have to try you and put you through some hard times to get y'all back right, man. Because y'all did a good work. Y'all go out on the streets and y'all taught and woke us up. Now it's time to live it, man. It's time to come closer, to give up this world. You got to give this world up, man. You got to give this world up, man. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning, and your joy to heaviness. You ain't gonna do that always running from, goddamn it, from establishing the laws of the land, God's laws. You gotta establish them laws. The only way, you can't be double-minded saying we're gonna keep the UCC codes and we're going to establish God's laws. We're gonna preach them to our brothers, and man, that's bull. You got to establish them by saying we will not keep the UCC code. We won't vote in your system. We ain't letting our people vote in your system. We establishing God's laws. You got captains and governors and generals and bishops and deacons. You got all of that, man. So all you got to do now, man, is organize the people and move the people. Organize, move. Y'all know how to march. It took y'all a while. You was kind of sloppy, but y'all did a good job. Some of y'all, that big group, know how to march, right? So you got to know how to move the people, man. Y'all know how to move the people. I saw y'all do it at IUIC. It ain't hard. Everybody that been in the military tell you it ain't hard. It ain't hard to move the people in formation. Humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. Y'all hear that? That means something now, don't it? It means something, because we down here in these times where we going to have to gather up. Why do we have to gather up? Because they pushing us out. They cutting everything off. You know how long it take you to dehydrate to death? 3 days. Y'all got 3 days worth of water? Maybe, yeah, some of y'all do, but what you going to do after that? Start robbing each other? How much food you got in your house? What you gonna do after that? Start robbing your moms and dads and your sisters and brothers and your next door neighbors? Speak not evil one of another, brethren. We do that all the time, man. Y'all be ashamed yourself. Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judges his brother, speaking evil of the law, and judges the law. But we talking to our heathen, talking to our heathen Christians now, talking about them. They judging the law, talking about the law been done away with. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge. Okay? There is one lawgiver who is able to save and destroy. So stop calling the UCC codes and calling and giving these people jurisdiction over you according to their laws. Okay? They don't have no jurisdiction over you. They don't have no laws. Ain't no laws. God's laws is the only laws we supposed to be following. We got to tell them we don't follow your laws. Because that's how they getting us. They run up on us and you breaking my law. Stop here. You ain't got your license plate is crooked. Where your driver's license at? You got a gun in that car? I got jurisdiction over you. I'm the colonizer. You know me? So all praise to the Most High. We're going to listen to this sister. She's going to tell us why our men, all of our men who love their life, why they are like they are.
We would do to them what they did to us. And I'm going to tell you something. One of the biggest fears that objections which are political, maybe added others which are physical and moral. That was his belief. Because you see, what he assumed was that our axiology was like his. Right. And that we would do to them what they did to us. And I'm going to tell you something. One of the biggest fears and the most important clean sweeping event that has happened was the Million Man March. Because what the Million Man March did, now let me talk to you, it removed the myth in an instant of who we thought we were, as well as white people. Because you see, we didn't know we could do that either, because they had fully convinced us that three of us could not gather without someone dying.
Okay, now we know. Now we know. We passed that point. We know that we're not fighting each other. We have a reason to gather, right? And what she's saying, the fear that's on us to gather and thinking she's going to say it, the fear that they going to get us and God ain't with us, that's going to come off when we gather. When we gather together and we notice how they going to flee and the terror that's going to come on us, on them, off of us and on them, that's what's going to let us know we did the right thing, man. They don't want us to. They doing everything. The police going to drop their goddamn guns and they going to run. Unless they want 2 or 3 million people. Because God ain't going to let them kill all of us. We going to break and get to our gats and going to be all out battle, man. If that's what they want, that's what they going to get. Or either they going to lower their guns and not meddle with us. Because they're not going to kill all of us. They might kill a few of the wicked or a few of the martyrs, but after that, it's on them. It's on y'all, people. It's on y'all. All the nations, it's on y'all. Y'all saw what happened to you in Somalia. You saw what happened to you. September Severus, Hannibal. We fought and won all your wars for you, Vietnam, World War I and II. We did everything. From all our women helped. We helped y'all in all them wars. Y'all wasn't winning nothing. The French, Vietnam, they tore the French up. Y'all sent us to take Hamburger Hill how many times? And we gave it up, and we had to go take it again. Then we gave it up. Told us give it up again. You was trying to get rid of us, wasn't you? Let's let her talk some more.
So what suddenly happened is everybody in the nation that was black was praying. Everybody I know was praying. And when they looked up, they went, oh my God, 1 million black men? And here's what happened in white people's psyche. You see, we had convinced them they couldn't come together. We had told them we had taught them to hate one another. We did all that, and oh my God, 1 million of them came together without incident. Well, if they could come together in peace, talk to me. Talk to me, and look who was leading them there. If they could convince one another they could come together in love, then what if they could come together and say, we through with this? That was the fear. So they had to get the little Clarence Thomas types to get up and go, oh, no, it wasn't all that. It was a farce and nothing happened. That's what they did. They got the blacks, the overseers.
See, that's what they doing. That's what they using IUIC and all the camp leaders to say, we can't come together. We can't whoop them. Oh, Esau cunting. Esau's a hunter. Oh, no. That's what they using y'all for. They know. They got y'all scared to death. If God remove y'all, we'll gather up together, man. We'll gather together. We didn't say come and fight, but she just told you about their psyche. And that's anybody. Who wants to fight 1 million men? They know they can't shoot and kill all the men at the same time. If they kill 100,000, then you're gonna turn the 900,000 into snipers. They're gonna spread out and just start. You know what I mean? They can't outmaneuver us. They're not. They can't shoot all of us once we scatter out and get out. And get back right. Then they gotta try to run and hide, and they need armed guards on their door. They gotta. They ain't gonna be able to sleep. They can't kill all of us at one time, man. And then in all these other cities and states, they gonna be looking, and then when they come, they not gonna come out. They ain't gonna gather up because we better athletes, better shooters. We more agile than they are, and we got the Spirit of God and those angels working with us. They gonna do most of the work. That's going to happen anyway. Read Second Esdras. Read Second Esdras. Read all through it. God gonna tell us when to move, when to do this, when to do that, when to do this. I'm just saying, you leaders, you need to start talking to your people, man. You need to get that. You need to give up that pleasure of this life. You need to give up, man. You need to give up that drinking and whatever y'all doing, getting drunk and partying. Y'all need to get that up, man, and start get ready to moan and cry. Get ready for the hard time. Put on your field clothes. She just told you. This woman just told you, the psychic, the psychiatrist, the people that study the brain and the mind. She's been studying these people for years, man. They banned her book. They banned her book from the curricula. She can't teach in colleges. She can't teach in schools. Her book, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome and How White People Think, she had them down so packed that they banned her. Let's listen again. I love when she said what she says.
Million black men and produce convulsion, which probably will never end but in the extermination of belief. Because you see, what he assumed was that our axiology was like his.
This was a doctor.
And that we would do to them what they did to us. And I'm going to tell you something. One of the biggest fears and the most important clean sweeping event that has happened was the Million Man March. Because what the Million Man March did, now let me talk to you, it removed the myth in an instant of who we thought we were, as well as white people. Because you see, we didn't know we could do that either, because they had fully convinced us that three of us could not gather without someone dying.
And they have convinced us that we can't gather without them killing all of us. We can't gather and come against them and tell them we are not a part of your system anymore. They doing it right now. They casting you out. No, you ain't got to say, well, our jobs. You ain't got no damn jobs. They're deleting you out of their system right now. Everything you do, they're disconnecting you from their system, rightly so, because we were never supposed to be a part of their system. This is the Most High doing this. So y'all saying y'all gonna keep holding on to this, and the Most High is using them to make you relinquish your grabs on them, stop depending on them? Let go. Take your damn hand off the wagon and go on and live your life. That's what they telling you. After they done stole all your stuff. And the thing about it is, if you keep on reading in Job, everything they done took from you is going to rotten. It's going to spoil and rotten for them. Everything they done stored up of yours, the water going to go bad. And God did it. Didn't he turn the Nile into blood? Didn't the locusts eat up their crops in Egypt? Didn't they firstborns die? Their warriors, their upcoming warriors. Ain't their race? Ain't the European race going extinct? And they're beyond the point of recovery. They way beyond the point of recovery. Haven't they brought in here allies of the peoples they destroyed over there? They use these people to destroy their own people. Afghanistan, Ukrainians, everybody. They use them and they bastard children. They made them stay in slavery with us all those years. They made them go through the curses. They're bastard children. Don't them people hate them? Hate this government? Don't they gonna be in terror? They in terror on each side, on every side, and they looking at us, not paying attention to the terror that's about to happen. The people that hate them are closing in on them. They looking, they hate us so bad they can't even see their own enemies coming to destroy them. And their biggest enemy that they did so much harm to is the Most High God. He's orchestrating it all, man. That fear y'all got, man, is unfounded. It's faithless. It's faith in the devil. Fear in the devil is faith in the devil and doubt of God. That's sin, man. You doubt God, that's sin. Google it. All praises to the Most High. I want to hear her say this one more time, man. This is their psyche. Y'all all should listen to this 1,000,000 times at night until you get it in your mind.
What suddenly happened is everybody in the nation that was black was praying. Everybody I know was praying.
You hear that? When we gather up and anticipating what they're gonna do to us, we're gonna be praying. All of Israel is gonna be praying at the same time in captivity. They did it for a false religion, for Islam. Now just think if we all pray as everybody know we Israelites, even Islam know we Israelites. Everybody, the whole world. So that part of Hosea's prophecy is really come to pass. They saying they know we the Israelites. They might not be saying it out loud because they still hoping to turn us around and turn us back in our minds to a slave mentality, to depend on their system again to give us food and water again. No. We're going to be praying, watch.
And when they looked up, they went, oh my God, 1,000,000. You see, we didn't know we could do that either because they had fully convinced us that 3 of us could not gather without someone dying. So what suddenly happened is everybody in the nation that was black was praying. Everybody I know was praying. And when they looked up, they went, oh my God, 1,000,000 black men? And here's what happened in white people's psyche. You see, we had convinced them they couldn't come together. We had told them they can't. We had taught them they hate one another. We did all that, and oh my God, 1,000,000 of them came together without incident. Well, if they could come together in peace, talk to me. Talk to me, and look who was leading them there. If they could convince one another they could come together in love, then what if they could come together and say, we through with this? That was the fear. So they had to get the little Clarence Thomas types to get up and go, oh no, it wasn't all that. It was a farce and nothing happened. That's what they did. They got the blacks, the overseers.
And see, that's what they're saying now, our politicians. They acting like we didn't stay at home. We didn't crash that democratic voting system. They acting like the Israelites don't even exist. Just think of the damage y'all done did, man, already. They acting like it wasn't the Israelites teaching the people their identity that made them say, hey, we don't want to have nothing to do with y'all democratic system or nothing. Y'all, what y'all gonna give us, Kamala Harris? They acting like the little bootlicks acting like that we didn't bring them down. Candace Owens, they acting like Candace Owens didn't go in there and do that research and bring they damn leader who they thought they was going to, finish us off with. Everybody wanted that job I'm going to finish these niggas off. She wanted it bad. The Democratic wanted it bad. You think they worried about Trump finishing us off? No, they want him to finish us off. They just don't want to go down in the meanwhile. And the fear is coming on them more and more as we get closer to having to go to the streets with no food and water and no clothes this winter. They're going to try to put it on us this winter, right? And but it ain't going to happen because we got all this hurricane, tornado, all that torture. The God is letting those four angels let go of that destruction. They letting it go. That destruction gonna hit them. Them angels is holding the four corners. They letting it go, man. They letting it go on them. And not only that, the terrorizers that's gonna terrorize them, they're here in this country. The people, their own people, they didn't own people in this country. They didn't took their jobs. And man, I got to show y'all this one part. I gotta read this to y'all, man. I gotta go back to Job. Let me see. Go back to Job. Oh shoot, yeah, I get it. I gotta read you this one part. What they gonna, they ain't gonna be thinking, man. The Bible said they ain't gonna be thinking. Look who they gonna put in charge. Let me see. Go down here to 15. He shall drive in. He shall neither shall the son or nephew among the people. They that come after him shall be astonished. And surely, let me see. His root shall dry up. Tabernacle shall be delivered in the street in darkness, and chase after him. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in the dwelling. They that come after him shall be astonished at that day, and they that went before him shall be affrighted. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not God. I gotta find out what scripture that was I was reading early. It says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. Okay, yeah, let's read that. It's the Job 18 and 13. The terror shall devour his strength and his skin, and even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. And then it says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terror. And it shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his brimstone. It is none of his none of his. His tabernacle is none of him. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitants. So they're going to be all messed up. They're going to be distressed. And this is before Christ come back. This is America, happening in America. Because if you look at all the other nations, it's a brother reporting how all the other nations are condemning America for holding us in captivity. Bible stories. Look at that, brother, Bible stories. All the nations are standing up and condemning. See, it was God's will for Trump to put tariffs on everybody. Now everybody's has weaponized us, the truth about us, to show who the devils are and why God is about to take this place down. See, they have looked at us and called us the thieves, the thugs, and trying to demonize us to take us down, so the rest of the world can say, okay, y'all killed them, maybe they were demons, they had demonized us. This was this sister, she was saying how they demonized us in another video I watched today. I didn't think about this. They demonized us, and look what happened. While Trump is in the process of getting ready to destroy us, God has he has Russia, Brexit, he has all them, he let Trump smack his enemies, smack his allies in the face, and now all of them is putting out statements how they are the demons. America is the demons, and this guy Trump, they're saying this guy Trump, you're the demon, you're the thug, and you, not only that, you think you're the moral authority on this earth, but you have God's people Look what you've done to those black Israelites. They're calling us the black Israelites. God's chosen people. He's demon. He let the world that they were trying to convince that we are the thugs and it was all right to kill us, to do us like this because we don't count. We three-fifths of a man. They are saying, no, no, no. Y'all are your government, the United States government, have did all this stuff to God's chosen people. Y'all deserve to be taken down. God is going to take y'all down. And we going to help him. They going to help him. They going to help God. They going to nuke this place, man. All you Christians thinking, all you bootlicks, all you coons, all you young people who still laughing and making jokes and thinking this world is going to be all right, y'all going to go down with the devil. But he has demonized, he has revealed the devil right now, the border of wickedness, Babylon, the headquarters of the demons. He has demonized him with his own allies. I'm about to go, y'all.
They got the overseers and the gatekeepers in there to try to tell everybody to, don't worry about the Negroes. They still don't convince all the Negroes. That didn't happen. And these are the things that began to, again, awaken a people frightened by the prospect of us coming together. So I looked at all that. I started gathering the data because, I got to count and measure everything. I got to be able to measure it. That's the first thing. It ain't real unless you can measure it, right? But there's something that I know. As a matter of fact, my dissertation committee, they're wonderful people that got my back.
Fair use. Education purposes. I'm doing the same thing with her video. I'm giving her the credit. You know who she is. Fair use 1976.
But they're linear, and they're gonna say, well, Joy, we gotta be able to measure this thing. I said, then there's something I insist that you put into that measurement, because there's linear and sequential thought, and there's the whole measurement process and scientific inquiry and all that. I said, but you need to enter this into my data as an accurate and viable measurement. There's a quotation in scripture that says that the black man is like the pupil of the eye, surrounded by a sea of white, but it's the pupil which contains the sight that beholds what is before it. We are a people of vision. That's a spiritual truth. My Lord gave me that. And I insist that you use it as a criteria of measurement because it is real. And you don't have it. And just because you don't have it does not mean it does not exist. And so they're sitting there going, I don't care if you can measure it. You probably don't have an instrument to measure it, but everybody in this room knows it's real.
See, so she is saying our insight that we get from God. Scientists say they don't believe in faith. If you can't measure it, if they can't put it on a scale and in a microscope and look at it and observe it, then it don't exist. That's what she's saying. She understands psychology and science.
Because we had to learn how to read people, did we not? We could walk in the room and I don't know, because nobody sat down and gave us lessons. But we know how to read them. We go, okay, that man over there mad at that woman. You see? We in the room, we ain't ever moved. We just kind of looked up. We checked it out and said, oh, wow, now that's the woman he been with. You could tell. It's getting ready to be on. Let me get on up. We figured it out. We done figured it all out. You got white people in the same room going, did someone come in? They don't even know. Nothing going on. Now that is an ability which you and I, we have taken it totally for granted. Do you know that the ability to read people? Do you know that is way off the charts in terms of an ability? And we as children learned that. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it is inherent that God gave this particular race that ability. My belief is that's where it is. We were born with this. It's an innate ability we have to read it. And that's why they have problems with our children, because our children read.
See, we had to learn how to do that because we had to understand. That's called your amygdala. Our amygdala is highly tuned to understand when we are in danger. So God had to hype that up. We had to read that slave master and had to know when to bow our head, when to be coonish. We had to read his mood in order to stay alive. So that was in heightened. That sense was in heightened whenever you're in danger, or danger around you all the time, and you made it through the danger. We made it through the danger. God put the fear on us, and we had to learn how to function in fear, and that heightened our amygdala. Go look up amygdala. The police has damaged their amygdala by saying we are not human, and I could Dr. Oz explained it to you. Explained it how it can be damaged, how the amygdala could be damaged by entering false information into it. And that's what the police do with cognitive dissonance. They enter false information, and then when they stand before us ready to put them guns on us, they get convicted. And they say, "Oh, I'm doing wrong. I shouldn't be getting ready to shoot these people for nothing." And then they get scared, so scared they're like, "What?" They feel like I'm in danger. Because the fear that's on them, that God put on them for, God ain't going to let them just walk up and kill us and without some kind of a mechanism to deter them. Because, they going to ask God, "Well, how come you let me do it?" He going to say, "I didn't. I gave you a way to escape. I told you that wasn't right. You knew that wasn't right, and you overrode your amygdala, and you did it anyway. You knew them people wasn't no danger to you, but you felt danger. God let a lion spirit come on him. And he felt danger because he didn't know where the danger was. The danger is God going to kill your ass. You going to die a horrible death for what you did to us. Your amygdala is damaged." That's what she's talking about, the amygdala now.
They read the teachers. That is way off the charts in terms of an ability. And we as children learn that. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it is inherent that God gave this particular race that ability. My belief is that's where it is. We were born with.
She know that's psychology 101. She know. She just ain't, she talking about something else right now. She know though. She's a bad girl.
It's an innate ability we have to read it. And that's why they have problems with our children, because our children read them. They read the teachers. They can read their insincerity. They can read their fear. They can read it. Right. And because they can read it, they won't buy it. And that's why I always tell people, don't go in the community and don't come real. I said, there's something called heart. It's interesting, our language. Where the brother got heart. Yeah, but he had a heart. And white people going, have a heart. That man,
That's something our leaders don't have is heart. They don't have heart. They don't have courage. They won't stand and say, "Hey, I'll give my life for these people. I'll stand with," that's what the Bible was saying. Who will stand with me against the evildoers? That's what the Bible's talking about. Who got heart? Who got it in their mind to say, "I will stand if it costs me my life"? But now we know the Lord is fighting for us. He ain't going to let us get killed. And if I do, I'm dying trying to stop these wicked demons. So all praises to the Most High, man. Y'all go watch her video.
Because we know he had it here. We could feel it. We could see it. And when they don't have hearts, they ain't no heart.
That's right. They ain't got no heart. Our leaders don't have heart now because they serving two masters. You're serving two masters. That's gonna be the title of this video. You know it when you see it. They serving two masters. All praises to the Most High in Christ.